Live from the WMTV studios, your news authority. NBC 15 News at 10 starts now.
Now at 10, a local mother desperately longing to hold her 9-month-old baby in her arms again while authorities search for the father.
Plus, blood donations going out faster than they're coming in, a critical need for donors in our area. And a die-hard Packers fan is going against tradition at his wedding, all in the honor of green and gold. But first, a 9-month-old baby girl hasn't seen her mom in weeks. Zania Johnson is believed to be with her father, Cody Johnson Sr. Police say they have probable cause to arrest Johnson after he failed to return the baby to her mother in early January. NBC 15's Morgan Wolf sat down with Zania's mother tonight in an NBC 15 exclusive. Morgan, what does she have to say?
Well, John, she's worried sick. She says that Johnson hasn't been in Zania's life at all and only recently began to fight for her custody. All she wants is to hold her baby in her arms again and as soon as possible.
This is her baby picture that her godmother took.
Pictures and videos have been getting 23-year-old Armitrius Jones through these past few weeks.
I'm just so tired, period. I can't sleep. All I think about is my baby okay, is she healthy.
Her 9-month-old baby, Zania,
she has dimples like her mom and she's happy,
is caught in the middle of a custody battle.
And all I asked was for him to help me with her. Never did. He always said he was gonna bring me $100. Never received anything.
Zania's father, Cody Johnson Sr., had court-stated visitation rights, but Armitrius says that he didn't see his daughter once during the holidays. Since then, he had a court order to take Zania on January 5th. He and Zania have been missing ever since.
He doesn't have a permanent address, and we've been trying to contact him through any means that we had, and so far it appears he's trying to avoid us.
I'm the one who took her to the doctor. I'm the one that carried her for 9 months. And did everything for her.
Zania is a daughter, but is also a sister.
She loves her sister. I'm tired of her sister saying where baby go, why baby not here, sleeping, crying with her baby sister picture, and I can't tell her when it's her baby sister's coming home.
Zania.
As these videos and pictures help get her by, they also give her hope.
Hey, Diddy.
I just pray, I keep praying, and I keep praying. And I have faith in God that he will bring my baby home healthy.
Armitrius says the father has threatened to kidnap her 2-year-old, who is not the he's not the father of, in the past, and police say he does not have a valid driver's license, registered car, and could possibly be in Illinois or Indiana where he has family. John, Meredith.
Morgan Wolf, thanks. The search for 2 children from Antigo, that's moved to the Black Hills area of South Dakota. Officials say 11-year-old Avery Brown and 9-year-old Dalton Brown were allegedly abducted by their mother, Kathy Brown. U.S. Marshals say she's wanted by the state of Wisconsin for interference with the custody order. They are believed to be in a 2001 red Chevrolet Silverado pickup with a license plate right there on your screen. So if you have any information, please contact the U.S. Marshals Service.
A 12-year-old boy has been arrested after threatening to kill police officers and their families. Police responded to Westtown Mall after several young men caused a disturbance in the food court. When the suspect's behavior began to escalate, more police were called in. The suspect yelled out several threats to officers, flashing a black BB gun. The 12-year-old was taken to the Juvenile Reception Center on tentative charges. And a Madison man previously arrested for breaking into cars faces even more charges. 52-year-old Dennis O'Brien was arrested overnight after being caught on video surveillance smashing the window of a parked car. Detectives believe O'Brien is responsible for many break-ins in the downtown area since numbers tend to spike when he's not behind bars.
This is your Weather Authority forecast.
A little bit of sunshine out there today. Now we are tracking some potential fog as we push into the overnight hours. You can see a little bit of cloud cover showing up on SkyTracker HD, but a lot of that just low-level moisture that will aid in that fog development. Temperature-wise, at the freezing mark, Madison, Beaver Dam, Watertown, Baraboo, all sitting at 32. It's 30, though, in Montello, Boscobel at 35, and Prairie du Chien also coming in at 35. Visibility tonight likely going to be the worst down near the state line. Mineral Point half-mile visibility right now. Monroe coming in at 3. Think it'll be a little better off to the north. Really not a problem at all as you push into portions of Juneau and Adams County. Your night planner shaping up like this, upper 20s, low 30s as you head out the door tomorrow morning. Once we dissipate that fog, we will get into some sunshine, but it won't last all day. We are tracking another chance of rain. I'll let you know when that's back in the forecast coming up in just a few minutes. John?
Brian, thank you. Some medical students, they traveled to House Speaker Paul Ryan's office in Janesville today to show support for Planned Parenthood. This month, the House Speaker proposed changing legislation so people who use Medicaid would not be covered for services at Planned Parenthood, but could seek health care at other clinics. Some UW medical students are saying this funding plan would restrict where low-income people could get health care and would impact what services they could access. A spokeswoman for House Speaker Ryan said today the priority is making sure women get the kind of care they need. She said they believe that can be achieved by putting money into community health centers.
Winter weather is creating a greater need for blood in our region and across the country. The American Red Cross says right now blood donations are being distributed to hospitals faster than they're coming in. The organization calling the need critical. Since December 1st, about 300 blood drives across 27 states have been canceled because of weather, leading to more than 10,000 fewer donations. In our area, since the beginning of the year, 4 blood drives had to be canceled, causing more than 80 donations to go uncollected. When you donate blood, the Red Cross says it goes to help those in need right here in southern Wisconsin.
We basically supply blood products to our local hospitals first. So from an inventory management standpoint, our local hospitals do receive the blood, but we also do have an inventory management where we share blood throughout the country.
We'll have a link to donation dates and times on NBC15.com.
A former First Lady is now in the hospital
As her husband remains in the intensive care unit. Details on the couple's condition next.
And a teen abducted 18 years ago finally speaks about her mother's recent arrest.
President Obama held the final news conference of his historic presidency today. He began by thanking the White House press corps, telling them they've kept him and his team honest. He went on to discuss several topics, including his decision to commute Chelsea Manning, the status of the U.S.-Russia relations, and advice for President-elect Donald Trump.
I can tell you that, and this is something I have told him, that this is a job of such magnitude that you can't do it by yourself. You are enormously reliant on a team.
Obama also reflected on his future, saying he would like to do some writing and just enjoy being quiet. Some students from our area are heading to Washington, D.C. for the presidential inauguration. 18 Beloit Memorial High School students fundraised and collected donations to take the trip. They say whether or not they agree with the new president, Donald Trump, they still think they're getting the chance of a lifetime. They're leaving for D.C. tomorrow and will return Sunday night.
The elder former President Bush and his wife are both hospitalized in Houston. Mrs. Bush was admitted today as a precaution following her husband's admission last weekend for pneumonia. Today, the former president was moved to the hospital's intensive care unit. Former First Lady Barbara Bush was admitted for fatigue and a persistent cough. Bush turned 92 last summer. The 18-year-old girl who was kidnapped as a newborn and discovered last week is speaking out about her situation. Alexis Manugo says 51-year-old Gloria Williams is her mom. Williams is accused of kidnapping the baby, then known as Kamaya Mobley, just hours after she was born in 1998. But Alexis says she doesn't blame her mom and has no anger toward her.
It hurt me more that she was in cuffs. Like some animal. That's not her. That's not her. I've never seen her in cuffs. Never. So that moment right there is just so surreal for me.
Manigo says she understands Williams should be held accountable, but she doesn't think the punishment should be too severe. The 18-year-old reunited with her biological parents over the weekend and plans to get to know them.
One Packer fan is making a huge change for the green and gold.
And his soon-to-be wife is supportive of the untraditional move. Details on that next.
Sunshine today brought a little warmer temperatures. We really kickstart the temperatures as we push into the weekend. Details on that after the break.
A Wisconsinite and huge Packers fan is about to make his dreams come true. As Hillary Mintz reports, he's going against tradition for his upcoming wedding, and it's all for the green and gold.
From the excitement on his face and almost always wearing green and gold in pictures, this guy clearly loves the Green Bay Packers.
and go Pack.
Here's the best part. Superfan Ryan Holton Murphy is about to become a Packer. You won't see him taking the field Sunday against the Falcons, but in June, when he gets married, he'll be taking his fiancée Marie's last name, which is Packer.
To be totally honest, it's Packer. I mean, it just seemed like it was a no-brainer. It's my two favorite things in the world are her and the Green Bay Packers. So
yeah, I didn't mind at all. I was like, sure, babe, it's all yours. Why not?
We Skyped with the happy couple from Paris where they're celebrating Ryan's birthday.
See, we've got a nice view of the Eiffel Tower out here.
And on their vacation, they even found a Parisian Packer bar where, of course, they watched the dramatic win over the Cowboys.
It is good! It was wall to wall with people from, Mequon and Wausau and all these. Talked to a woman from Eau Claire for a while, so it was great. It was like a taste of home in Paris.
Ryan currently lives in New York, but his Packers pride stems from being from Wisconsin. He graduated Tosa East High School in 1994. Then UW-Madison for undergrad and law school. But wherever life takes him, he always represents his hometown team, especially now that he'll soon be Mr. Packer.
To be a Packer, I mean, it's a dream come true, right?
We want to tell you that tickets are now on sale for the 2017 PGA Tour Champions American Family Insurance Championship. So many people took it in last summer, and it's the second annual championship already. It's scheduled for June 23rd through the 25th at U Ridge in Madison. Starting today, you can get that pre-tournament special discount like $5 off a general admission or Champions ticket or $10 off clubhouse tickets. To buy yours, visit amfamchampionship.com.
And if you want to brush up on your putt-putt skills, you can do it this Saturday for a good cause. At Putting for Families, you can try your putter on an 18-hole course built by Sun Prairie DECA. The group uses projects and competitions to teach high schoolers about finance and marketing. Ninth grader Catherine Schutte says DECA is getting her interested in pursuing business.
Just working with people, it gave you an opportunity to talk to people that you normally wouldn't talk to, getting sponsorships, creating this, like I would have never been painting on a Wednesday night.
You can play the course and enjoy other indoor family fun from 10 to 5 on Saturday. It's $6 to play. Proceeds will go to Sun Prairie Community Schools, the Sunshine Place, and Sun Prairie DECA.
This is your Weather Authority forecast.
And at this rate, you may actually be able to hit the links sooner than you think, as we are talking that big warm up for the weekend. We've been talking about how it's not going to be good news for area lakes in terms of all that ice. And it's not just here locally. I've been getting some questions on my thoughts of the ice caves opening this year. So I did some research tonight and, well, it's not looking good. Lake Superior right now only about 5% covered in ice. And according to the Apostle Islands Facebook page, that ice is deteriorating quickly as they also deal with warm temperatures. To have any chance of opening, they say they will need about 30 days with below zero temperatures or about 10 days with temperatures below -30. While February does look colder, it's not looking that cold, so not looking good if you're looking to head up to the north and check that out. Right now in Madison, though, 32 degrees, visibility coming down a little bit. The fog is beginning to roll in 4 miles. Winds are relatively light right now out of the south and southwest at 7 miles an hour. 32 Madison, the same. Beaver Dam, Watertown, the warm spot per usual down in Janesville sitting at 36. Mineral Point sitting at 34. Nothing too cold through the upper Midwest, the nation's heartland. Everyone's sitting in the upper 20s to mid-30s. So you may be asking the question, where is the Arctic air? Well, you have to head way up to the north and west, Alaska. These are actual air temperatures between about 40 and 50 below zero. Of course, when we are warm, Alaska's typically cold. When they are warm, we are typically cold. It kind of reverses here. The atmosphere has to even out, and until this begins to shift, we're not expecting anything too cold, and that doesn't look to happen until early February, the way things are looking now. Sky Tracker HD, a few clouds out there. Most of this, some lingering moisture that's going to aid in that fog development tonight. Temperatures, because of all the moisture in the air, not going to fall off a whole lot more from where they are now. Another degree or two will go around 30 for most places, give or take a degree or two depending on where you're at. Maybe some upper 20s. Montello, Green Lake coming in around 27. Beaver Dam around 28. 31 for your low Janesville, Beloit, and into the Evansville area. High pressure, that's been the story today and will be tomorrow, at least initially. As we head into the afternoon, low pressure quickly moves in our direction, pumps in some moisture. And I can tell you this has been speeding up, or at least the trend this evening has been for it to arrive a little earlier. So we'll throw the rain in by tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, becoming widespread during the overnight hours through at least midday on Friday. The way things are looking now, solid quarter to half-inch of rainfall for almost all of southern Wisconsin. Add that into what's already been a really wet month, melting snow and ice. Could be dealing with minor flooding this weekend. 30 tonight, partly cloudy, patchy fog developing. Tomorrow up to 42. Increasing clouds, eventually some rain developing, especially by tomorrow evening. The weekend, temperature is pushing 50 degrees. A lot of rain chances after Friday. Those will not be as high as tomorrow night into Friday. So don't cancel any plans this weekend and next week. Just know that you may dodge a shower or two.
All right. We got to stay dry out there. Keep an eye on that, too.
Otherwise, I'll melt.
Yeah, that's true.
I can have to check the calendar. Is it March, April, or January?
I know.
I know.
Seriously.
If you're very mild. All right. Thanks, Brian. It could be a huge breakthrough in the fight against cancer.
How 55 million years of elephants walking the earth could be just the key.
And next in sports, we're going to hear from the Packers on how they plan to stop the Falcons' top-ranked offense in that big NFC Championship game.
But first, here's a look at tonight's winning lottery numbers. Good luck.
This is NBC 15 Sports.
Hello again, everybody. The Packers and Falcons on Sunday at 2 o'clock, people. The NFC Championship. Tell me you're not all geeked up, and I won't believe you. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's geeked up. But you know what I'm not geeked up about is the Falcons offense. They're good, real good, but that's what you expect. One step away from the big game in February that I'm not going to mention because I don't want to jinx it. But Green Bay knows what to expect from Atlanta.
Atlanta's offense is, not only playing great, but they've done it all year. I think if you're looking, particularly the first time preparation and now the preparation since, week 8, that they haven't really had any drop off.
The focus is always to try to make them one-dimensional. You know, a team that very balanced like this team is, you can't let them do everything they want to do. So we want to take something away.
Dukes, you geeked up? Yeah. All right, just checking. Hey, a lot of Badger fans were probably sweating bullets in the second half of last night's game with Michigan at the Kohl Center. But the good part about the whole thing, Wisconsin won. And I think that's what even better is the Badgers gutted it out and got that win. Bucky knew it was going to be a tough one, but just how tough? Nigel?
We knew they were going to be a tough game, actually tougher, you know, in some aspects, you know, than we thought. But that's what we expect in the Big Ten. Good, you know, grinded out type of, unfortunately grinded out, and, you know, it's turned in these football games sometimes, but still good.
They didn't get rattled. I think the biggest thing was that they were more engaged physically and were more active after on the glass and to those 50-50 opportunities.
Time to announce our game of the week for Friday Night Nets. The Janesville Craig boys welcome Madison East. We will see you live at 5 and 6. We'll even have a performance by the Craig Pom Squad. Now it's time to announce our NBC 15 Sports Athlete of the Week. And boy, what a week it was for the sophomore. From Monroe, Sydney Hilliard. The cheesemaker had 15 points and the game-winning assist as Monroe beat Monona Grove during our Friday Night Nets game of the week last week and scored 18 in another big win over the weekend. Hey, and the Bucks on the road facing the Rockets. A minute left in the first, and Milwaukee takes a 5-point lead. Tony Snell's three is off, but the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, there for the rebound and the flush. I think I just hurt myself. Rockets now with the lead. Malcolm Brogdon drives the lane. Nicely done right there. And then he passes it off and gets the basket for Tony Snell. Now, here we go again. James Harden, splashback threes. I want you to know, everybody, that cameras are a bad thing. Rockets win big time. Hey, that's it for sports. NBC 15 News at 10. We'll be right back.
Elephants almost never get cancer, and we think the reason why is they have extra copies of this cancer-fighting protein.
Researchers in Utah are hoping they have found a key to fighting the war on cancer. A synthetic elephant protein is being used to attack human cancer cells. It's called P53, and it's showing some very exciting potential for the team at Huntsman Cancer Institute.
The elephants have had 55 million years of research and development to really design the perfect cancer-fighting protein.
The team is now working with a lab in Israel to synthesize that protein and then test it on animals. If all goes as planned, they could start human testing in about 3 years. A Peruvian woman fell from a balcony onto an iron rebar while trying to save her granddaughter. When the woman fell onto the rebar, it entered her shoulder and went all the way through her lung. The iron pole missed her aortic artery by inches. Doctors say she was in bad shape when she arrived, as you could expect, and she was in shock with nerves and blood vessels damaged. The pole was extracted and blood vessels were repaired. Doctors say she is recovering well and improving every day.
Some good news for spicy food lovers. Eating red hot chili peppers just might help you live longer. That's according to a new study from the University of Vermont. Researchers found people who ate red chili peppers had a 13% lower risk of early death than those who never ate them. Pepper eaters were less likely to die of all causes, but especially heart disease and stroke. Experts credit capsaicin, a compound in red chili peppers, for those apparent health benefits. And we'll be right back with Brian's final look at the forecast after this. A sticky mess in Dodge County is leaving the sheriff's officials there puzzled. They're just trying to figure out who spilled thousands of red Skittles on County Highway S, just south of Beaver Dam.
A little irony there.
Yeah.
It happened last night, but who dumped them is a mystery. The sheriff's office says they think a local trucker might have lost part of his load. And another says when you drive by, there's a strong smell of candy in the air.
That would make sense if there's thousands of Skittles.
I didn't know Skittles were
all over.
like traveled in bulk like that.
And a Skittle driver, that's not a bad job.
No,
driving Skittles around.
Red's my favorite
reach
color.
on in the back,
At
give
least
you a little
Skittles.
snack.
Weather-wise tonight, guys, it'll be a little cool. We'll start off with a little bit of dense fog tomorrow, then some midday sunshine. We'll wrap up the day with more rain, so kind of got it all going on tomorrow. But no ice. No ice in the forecast. I mean, temperatures are in the 40s.
Are
for
we
the next
sure
7
it
days.
wasn't raining Skittles?
It was
Maybe
a
it was.
Starburst
There was just-
dude that
Maybe they threw it on the ground for traction
Oh,
during all that
Starbucks.
ice we had.
Starburst.
Dude. Yeah, the Starburst dude, the guy that drives the truck for the Starburst. Oh my
Drove
God.
the Skittles guy off
Yeah.
the road, huh?
All right, good night.
On that note, it's time to
call it quits.